Hello and welcome all to another episode of Trade of the Week. So there's no specific trade of the week that I caught this week, just due to the bigger moves that I was looking for or anticipating not actually playing out. The market hasn't been giving us those bigger moves, so we had to be less greedy and actually catch some of the smaller moves, 50, 100 pips here and there. Okay, so the bigger moves that I've actually looked for haven't actually played out. Okay, so what I'll do for this specific session is just quickly go over a little chart markup and what I'm looking at for the week, what I've been looking at for last week, the moves that didn't play out, and just show you what I actually did catch last week. Not many moves to talk about, but I'll just kind of show you exactly what I'm looking at for the coming week. Okay, so if you're hearing classical music in the background as well, this is what I listen to when I'm marking out my charts. It kind of brainwaves. It's good to open up certain brainwaves for you to actually think properly, to actually mark out the chart. So just, I know some people like to be in the zone, listen to kind of hip hop music or punk. I don't know whatever you listen, but very high tempo music. And for me, I prefer to listen to something very chill, very mellow, because again, this is just based off research. The brain waves that you actually listen to every day or enhance, it actually has an effect on how your brain works and how it actually operates. So I prefer to listen to classical music, very chill, opens up different brain waves, allows me to think properly. Okay, so yeah, I'll just literally go through the charts, and then from there, hopefully you guys can pick out a couple of trades for yourselves as well. We'll just see what I'm looking at. So I was looking at DXY. So the DXY is very interesting right now. You can already see I marked this up with the schematics for the accumulation phase. Okay, so I was looking at this PSY here, the selling climax. We had the automatic rally, the ST in phase B. We got the spring, okay, and then we broke structure after we had the spring, which is very encouraging. Okay, broke structure over here. Okay, so these highs get run, okay, and then we start to see a retracement. Okay, so these highs got run, we start to see a retracement. Okay, it comes down here, it's creating liquidity, comes into here, connects very beautifully. And I said to my team, I said in our Discord chat, I said, be very careful of this candle, because if we do get this, we could see some potential sales happening on potential buys, sorry, happening on EU, gold, and GU. Okay, so when it reacted off there, it was very interesting. So as soon as it reacted off there, we started seeing GU, EU started having some nice spikes. Okay, so on the daily time frame, okay, on the daily time frame, we can see that's a very nice spring over there. Okay, and we're just targeting coming back into this point of interest. Okay, so we've got 2 points of music, we've got one and the second one here. So I'm just very interested to see if this would truly be a reaction to get us into there. And we also know on a monthly, we've got another level over there. Okay, so you could literally swing either way, which is why I've got the arrows pointing both ways, because we could literally swing both ways. Okay, so I'm just curious to see how that's going to play out when a week opens. Okay, we had some down candles, so I'm just seeing if we could get some variations into there, or if it's just going to drop straight into this area over here. Okay, so when we go back into the 4 hour, into the 4 hour, I'll show you exactly what we're potentially looking for. Okay, so 4 hour. Okay, so if we're using the fibs for the buy side, okay, from that low to this high, we get -27 takes out that high, potentially connecting to this point of interest. Okay, so you can see how that lines up, and 88% is within here with some IPA that could potentially use, but I'm just focused on this predominantly because of the spring that we always use. Okay, so yeah, you already know the Wi-Fi schematic. So just in line with that, I'm just curious about this area firstly. We've got this tiny cube we could potentially use. Okay, just through there. So I'm just curious to see what happens when we do come to this area and break this liquidity zone here. And I already showed you on a monthly, we could potentially push lower as well. So it could literally bounce either way. So I'm just curious to see how we react from those areas over there. Okay, so we'll see exactly how it does play out when the week opens. Very curious. But that'll mean significant, it'll mean a significant amount based on what happens with the DXY. Because if we start pushing up, then we know all the pairs ending with USD are going to fall. If we push down, then we know all the pairs ending with USD. I'm confusing myself now. Okay, if we push up, all the pairs of USD are going to fall. If we keep on going down, all the pairs of USD are going to keep going up. And we've got some setups that we actually want the USD to keep pushing up. okay, pushing down for the DXY, and then any pair ending with USD to keep pushing up. So we caught the sell here. I mean, this one, it took me out just before. Okay, it took me out just before the market closed and started heading down again, which is very annoying. Okay, but we've got these setups. Okay, so I think I print screened the initial ones. Was this? No, this was, what was this? UCAD. Okay, we go into that in a second. Gold, Euro USD. So where's Euro USD one? So Euro USD, where's that? Okay, so the Euro USD setup we had. Okay, we wanted it to come into this area. Okay, we had this IPA over here. We're thinking, could we potentially play off the IPA, or could we play off the last point of interest? Okay, and it's kind of just been floating. Okay, it's not done either. It's just not given to us. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. They don't have a trade of the week, because I was hoping that would have been a trade of the week, but it just didn't come into it. So we have to start selling and adapting. Okay, because with market structure, we can see these lows got broken, came back into here. We sold from there. Okay, and then it came down. Okay, retracement back into the point of interest again. So that was a nice sell. And then I was looking to potentially buy all the way up into here, but it just fell very short. Okay, so we started looking at this and thinking, with market structure, maybe we just have to adapt for the sales, because it doesn't look like it wants to push up. So again, just come through here, cut some sales. So I moved my stop into profit because it is a Friday. I don't like holding trades to the weekend with my stop still in place. And then you can see it just literally came, took me out, and then started heading down again, which is very annoying. But by the time that happened, I've got a personal trading rule that I don't trade past 4 or 5 p.m., sometimes 6. And this happened exactly at, okay, it started happening at 4. And I was like, I don't really want to get into trades on that time, because it is Friday and those times I don't like trading. And then it starts heading down, and I'm seeing it. I was like, I'm just going to leave it for the market open today or tomorrow morning, Monday morning. So right now, we're very curious to see where this ends up this week with market open, but we could potentially see this move head all the way down into our initial point of interest. Okay, we could literally head right down into there. So I'm just very curious. But again, this is doing the distribution schematics. Okay, very beautiful on here. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, we've got the PSY. Okay, actually, before I actually do say that, let me just actually show you. Again, like I always say, I've made a Wyckoff video based on this already. Okay, so you can literally go into that video and understand why I love just having this tab open, because we know it's just literally doing this all the time. Okay, we know it's just literally doing this all the time. So it's always have this on deck and be prepared to see it. So I've got this memorized in my head now, where I just know how to identify them. So we've got a PSY. Okay, so we've got the buying climax, automatic rally, got ST, okay, got UTAD. And I was looking for potential test within here. That's why I had this area, but it doesn't look like it wants to come up into there. So we just have to simply adapt. Okay, so that's what I was looking for. So again, like I said, I was already in this trade where it took me out just before market closed, and I wasn't prepared to get back in on a Friday around 4 p.m. So I just left it. So I'm curious to see how this opens and how it plays when we do open market again. Okay, so just looking to take it down into that point of interest and then maybe head right the way down. So there's one trade actually cool. I never trade Euro GBP. I predominantly just use it for just understanding what's happening in GU and GJ. So I just like to see the direction of this. And again, we've had another beautiful distribution in this on a weekly. So I've been marking this out for, I don't know, God knows how long. I've been marking out this Euro GBP. Okay, I think I've got on my long-term trades, this section of my print screen. So Euro GBP long, yeah. So let's see, I can't remember when did I print screen this one? So this one is print screened on March the 19th. What was the first one I print screened then? What date was that? So this was December 18th. Okay, so since December 2019, sorry. Okay, so yeah, you can see this is when I saw this happening. I was thinking, we got it up thrust. Okay, so I was thinking, surely you're gonna have a UTAD. Okay, and then that's when we started buying from that area. And that's the time I did trade Euro GBP a little bit, but it just frustrates me too much, so I stopped trading it. I just predominantly use it now for just understanding what's happening with GBP, USD, and GJ. Okay, so you can see what's going into, I was thinking, could we potentially, because I was thinking, surely we're gonna get UTAD. And I was like, it doesn't look like it because we broke structure here. So maybe let's just play with what we've got. So I was thinking it's gonna come into this area and then we could drop. Okay, that didn't happen, it just kept on going up. And I remember I was really happy with that trade because I didn't expect it to happen because I never trade Euro GBP. But I thought, let me just hold it just in case. Because I was thinking, surely we're going to get a UTAD. Okay, and then you guys saw the print screen. Okay, not that one. Just had it open a second ago. All right, let me open it again. Okay, so then finally kept on going up. And I remember I took profit around this area because I was thinking, what if it just reacts from here again? So I was like, just took profit. And then I was like, UTAD, potentially. Okay, and then, yeah, it started developing very nicely. Okay, boom, you can see, had that UTAD, then started dropping down. I was thinking, yeah, surely now we're going to head down towards the bottom. We've got so much IPA, we've got various points of interest we could literally go into. Okay, and then I can't remember what this print screen was. Okay, yeah, I had a UTAD, and I was like, yeah, the test. When did I print screen this one? This was recent. Yeah, this was like last week then. Okay, so yeah, I was like, yeah, surely going to get a test through here. And now you can see what stage we're at. Okay, you can see we had that test, we started selling down. Okay, and then we had a reaction from there, and it's kind of stalling. Okay, so I remember, what day was it? Thursday or Friday? I think it was Thursday. Okay, what time frame was it? 5 minutes. Okay, so like I said, I never trade Euro GBP, but when you see setups like this, you just have to take it, man. Just have to take it. So we was here. Wait, where the hell was this trade? So yeah, Euro GBP. Yeah, it was here. Okay, and I'm seeing the setup, and I'm thinking, surely we're gonna head down from here because we didn't make a new high. Okay, we didn't make a new high and started struggling to kind of build momentum over here. So I was like, I mean, I never traded this, but I was like, why not? Okay, just go through there. I've got that kind of point of interest. Okay, and then okay, stops, put it right above this wick. It was about 4 or 5 pips, and I said, why not? So I started selling off, and then yeah, the target was this point of interest over here. Okay, so from there, wait, why do I feel like that's wrong? That's why. I think I'm looking at a totally wrong area. I was like, this is supposed to be way more than that. So yeah, here we go. So I was looking at this area over here. I was thinking, why have I got a line there? It's like something's wrong. But yeah, so was looking at this area over here. Okay, again, the stop was about, okay, here 8 pips. Yeah, that's why I was thinking something's definitely wrong when I was looking at it before. And then point of interest was here. Okay, so through here, okay, 8 pip stop, and then we target in this area here. Okay, and literally, I looked away from my phone for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then I started seeing it play out. And then next thing I know, this wick just literally slashed straight through. And I never usually put TPs on my trades either. I never usually put TPs on my trade, but for this one, I thought, let me just put a TP just for this area. Okay, so I started selling from here, and I put a TP for here. Okay, call about 60 pips. Okay, and I never usually put TPs on my trades because I wanted to run, but I was like, I've never traded Euro GBP. Usually every time I trade it, I lose. So I was like, let me just put a TP here, not to be greedy, and then boom, just smash straight through, 60 pips, nice. Okay, so that was really nice. Yeah, I was thinking, why was I looking at this area? Because it's the most recent price action, I think. Okay, I was thinking something's definitely wrong over there. Okay, so again, on the 4 hour, I was thinking, could this potentially come into here and then rise up? Okay, but I was just thinking, we already had a test over there, so I was thinking, surely this must keep going down. But as you can see, it's hit this area and it's starting to rise again. So I'm thinking, where the hell do you want to go now? Okay, so I'm just very curious to see what happens to Euro GBP because, like I said, it dictates what's happening in GU and things like that. So remember when we was talking about just that sell through here? When that sell is happening simultaneously, GU starts rising. Okay, well, no, I don't know if any of you caught the buy. We caught some slight buys in here. Okay, and we caught that spike. Okay, I didn't expect that spike to happen because there's some random spikes. I didn't see no news that day or anything, but literally it came from here. Okay, it's literally that spike just happened. It's like boom, okay, about 100 pips, quite nice. Okay, and then it started floating around this area. So this trade again, I was looking for a sell over there. Okay, simply just due to that point of interest over here. Okay, market structure. Okay, so market structure through here. Okay, broke these lows. And I was thinking, can we get a potential pullback way higher? And I wanted a pullback way higher, but again, you just have to adapt to all market conditions and understand market structure. So we just simply got a fib from this high to this low, had 88% there, lined up our point of interest. So we started selling. It took some time, and I still don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if it's going to keep going down. Okay, which we want it to because we've got the daily level down here, which I'll go into in a second. Okay, but it took his time. He's just floating here. So after I started having second thoughts, I was thinking maybe just creating these highs because he wants to go higher. Okay, so just looking at this, I was thinking just hold just in case. Okay, stop was not it wasn't crazy. It's like 25 pips, 30 pips. There's nothing crazy. Okay, we was looking through here. Okay, yeah, it's like 25 pips we had, yeah. Okay, just at the highs over there. Okay, and then yeah, potential gain. I mean, potential gain is not bad at all. A potential gain of 450 pips if it does go into there. But again, why was we looking at that area? Because of market structure and our points of interest. Okay, with H4, and I can't read that properly. Time frame 15 minutes. Okay, so H4 and 15. So we had this. We've got this market structure going on. Okay, and then thinking point of interest surely should come into here at least a little bit. So that's why we start targeting that area. Okay, so yeah, we're just seeing if we could drop into here. But again, I wanted a higher. If it was going to keep selling off because we broke the structure, I would have liked a higher pullback into there. Okay, but at the same time, I know we're potentially looking to buy big time from here. So it makes sense if it drops into here now, rather than pulling back into there, then coming here and then going up again. So it makes total sense if this drops. Okay, but again, it depends on DXY. This is why I wanted DXY to go up because, okay, I want it to go up. So this could drop. Okay, and then when that DXY starts dropping, then we start, okay, moving big time over here. Okay, but also the Euro GBP, I want that to drop so we could go higher over here. Okay, so it'll be very interesting to see how that all plays out. Okay, so that's GU. Okay, I mean, I could show you my whole analysis on that, but yeah, let's leave that more for students. But yeah, we want to take this thing way higher. Okay, again, we've had that kind of, if I got the monthly, this mitigated out of a position in 1985, can you believe? Okay, so again, we had this point of interest in 1985. Okay, it's taken that long to mitigate that position, but it finally happened. Okay, and then now we're thinking it's not what it needs to do below, so who knows? Could we rise way higher? Okay, can it rise into that IPA area over there? Okay, it'd be very interesting to see if that could happen. I don't know how it's going to happen, but it's similar to what happened when Corona happened, when we was in lockdown. I remember marking out the charts and I was around here and I said, I don't know how it's going to happen, but it looks like we're going to get a market crash. Okay, I said, I don't know how it's going to happen, but it looks like it's going to happen. Where was that? Where was that? Where was that? Daily. Monthly, was it this one? Okay, no, that was, so where was that? Where was that? June monthly. Okay, so, no, that's when it happened. So where the hell is the other one? G, baby, your NZD, your GP long. I think that might be way higher here somewhere. Yeah, it might be way higher. I'll just leave that for another time, man. But yeah, I said I don't know how it's gonna happen, but it looks like it's gonna happen, and it did happen. Okay, just like this buy right now is like with current coronavirus and economics, I don't know how the hell GDP is gonna go higher, but the chart is showing us that it wants to. So I don't know. Well, for now, I'll just keep buying. We'll see what happens. Okay, so that's GU for GJ. Okay, for GJ, we caught a nice buy through here. It's literally no drawdown. Okay, but again, it didn't do the full moves that I wanted. Okay, I mean, it was nice. Okay, 150 pips. But instead, it didn't break structure that I wanted, which was here. And instead, coming back down. So I'm thinking, is this going to keep going higher? So you can see why we didn't get a trade of the week for this week, because a lot of the pairs is just not doing what I want it to do, or just not moving the amount of pips that I think it would do for the week. Okay, but this trade's quite simple. Had this 4-hour point of interest. Okay, and then was looking at 50% of that, and then that's why it just came straight into here. And just before that was building up, we saw all of this liquidity is being built at both sides. We had some highs, we had some lows. Boom, slams down, takes the lows, and then heads up, but it didn't break the structure. So with GU, I'm expecting GU to keep going down a little bit. Okay, so that means GJ should follow suit. Okay, GJ should follow suit, and we know we've got lower points of interest through here. So I'm just going to keep a very close eye on it as things proceed, because this is looking very bearish. Okay, so this is my next point of interest, and then we've got one down there as well. Okay, so who knows? With market structure, this can literally pull right the way down, because we've got the whole trading range through here. Okay, boom, 88% hits nicely. Point of interest comes very close to it. Okay, so who knows? This could actually go right the way down, because that was a very nice connection. We broke structure here. That was the pullback. So when I saw that, I was thinking, what if we just keep going right the way down? Which is why sometimes I hedge against myself, because I know we could keep going right the way down here with market structure, but I prefer a buy. Okay, so sometimes in this scenario, this week, I didn't manage to catch a sell through here to see if we could actually go down here. But sometimes I take sell and buys. Okay, I'll take a sell from here and buy from here. I put my stop in profit with a sell, so that's risk free. And when I buy, then I put my stop in profit if it keeps on going up. If it takes me out my sells, no problem. I'm going to buy. If it takes me out my buys, no problem. It was risk free, and I keep on selling because I quit from a higher position. So you can see how when you become more confident, when you become more advanced and understand how this truly works, you can literally play both sides of the market. And every time I analyze, I'm always looking at both sides of the market as well because it makes sense. So another reason I was looking at that area over there to buy from was, again, if we're looking at the monthly, we know overall our target is way up there. Okay, and then we look at this, we create some lows, we took it out. So as above, so below, as below, so above. That's the same. And here it comes right into our point of interest on our monthly. Okay, so I'm just wondering if that would be a catalyst now for us to push up. We create some highs. Okay, this stuff always happens. We create some highs over here to take out as above. So below, it's done what it needs to do below. So what does it need to do above now? Take out this high. Maybe we connect to that last point of interest. So that's why, again, just like GU, I've got potential buys going through there. So again, we'll see how that plays out. What was one? I'm starting to look at oil again, but I haven't done a real analysis on it. Actually, I lied. I have. Okay, I've done it earlier on today, but I didn't want to go into it because I haven't quite finished it. But I'm looking for potential buys through here. But again, looking at both sides of the market, we could keep dropping because, as you can see, I've put 88% retracement with a question mark there. Okay, why is that? Because again, it played into this point of interest. Although I wanted to keep going higher, okay, although I wanted to keep going higher, we get a fib from that high to this low, 88% of hits, point of interest. Okay, so I don't know if we're going to go right the way down now or if we could get a continuation going up, because if we're looking on the bigger time frames, okay, if we're looking on the bigger time frames, we've got so much points of interest through here. So I remember when I had this potential buy over here, and I'll show you exactly why I had that. Okay, so where was it? So US oil. I remember I've done this. I said $5 to $10 potentially. I was like, there's no way that's gonna happen. Okay, but again, just understanding the way we trade limits close. Somebody's got too many tabs open. Okay, so I remember, when was this? So March 2015, no, 2020, March 15th. So I expected it to come down to $10/$5 for a potential buy. And I remember we're selling from there. And I mean, no one expected it to go down to zero. I mean, who would have predicted it went down to zero? Okay, so it went down to zero. But you can already see I was looking for potential buys to take this right up into here. Okay, so I didn't expect it to go down to zero. Where's oil? Oil here. So as you can see, what happened, literally went down to, wait, no, that was the sell that was actually done before we was looking at $14. So we was looking at that sell, that was quite nice. Okay, and I remember brokers just won't let you do nothing after that. They won't let you close some trades, they won't let you buy, they won't let you sell, they won't let you do anything. Okay, because they got literally scared. But yeah, this is when we're saying $5 potentially. Okay, and we're selling from these areas. Okay, and was looking to potentially buy from here, and it literally went down to zero. So it's like, how the hell did that happen? Okay, the world is thinking, what? Okay, so yeah, this went to zero. I couldn't believe it. That's a print screen. I was like, zero, literally zero. Okay, but you can see we've always had these buys. Okay, and I don't know why I didn't buy when it started doing a recovery. Okay, I looked at it and I was thinking, nah, it's too good to be true. But I was thinking it's zero. Where else is it gonna go? So stupid of me, I didn't actually buy. So let's open up this chart again this week because I just stopped trading oil, focusing 90% on gold. But I'm just looking at it now, thinking, oh my god, how did I not see any buys through here to take and just hold it? That would have been very nice. Literally half a year. That could have paid very nicely. Okay, but I just didn't. But now I'm looking at it again, so I'm looking at potentials to get back in and take it right the way up if it keeps on going up. So got 3 points of interest, 1, 2, and then this last one here, but I'm preferring these two higher ones for now. We'll see how that adapts. Okay, so another trade we did catch last week, which was very annoying, very annoying, but we'll see. Okay, it was UCAD, because I want DXY to go down and I wanted this to go down as well, but I was ready for some buys. Like I said, sometimes I hedge against myself. Okay, so we caught this buy through here once, twice, 3, 4 times. Okay, came into my area, I remember sleeping. I woke up, just about to go to the gym. I was like, oh, nice profit. I closed one trade. Okay, the next one came back. Okay, took the other 2 trades out of stop profit. Then I was like, damn, entered again. Boom, it went up again. I was like, nice. Took profit on 2 trades, left one running. Then I started seeing this happen. I was like, all right, let me just close that trade. Okay, then it came back into here. Okay, came back into here. And I was like, oh, on a smaller time frame, I was like, we could definitely catch this trade again because that low just got taken. The previous lows got taken through here. So I was like, let's get in again. So what time frame was that? 5 minute, I think. Okay, on a 5 minute. Okay, so I remember I saw that happen. Then I was like, yeah, we could definitely get in again. Okay, we could definitely get in again. And then it came into here. It's like boom, executed, and then started going. And then it came into this point of interest. Okay, so that point of interest was basically based off losing where I am now. Okay, so that was based off, okay, just this signature move happening. Well, it's a distribution, but I just call it the spring in reverse. Okay, because when we're looking at this, okay, it's kind of a distribution. Okay, but I like this chart because this is literally the money maker. Okay, so I just call it the spring in reverse because we have the 18 phase spring test. When you see that, that's basically your money maker. Okay, there's a little nugget for you for free. Okay, so we could potentially go up there. So when I see that, I just, okay, it's the spring in reverse because it does the same thing all the time. Okay, comes into this point of interest, goes high, comes back to it, perfect, heads down. So I was catching buys from there, closed, sells, started kicking in, then it came back to this area again. I was like, bro, what the hell's going on? What the hell's gonna happen? But I've been looking at this area for a long time as well. So again, we're just stuck in this consolidation. It's not really showing me good distribution or accumulation. I mean, accumulation side is not bad, but I still prefer if we can actually head lower into here first and then go, because I want the same thing to happen to the DXY. So yeah, those are the trades that I'm potentially looking at. I mean, how can I nearly forget gold? Gold is probably the last one. Okay, so gold, just like Euro USD, we're looking for potential sells within this area here, and we need the DXY to rise up so this can actually happen. Okay, but again, we just have to adapt to what current market structure has given us. Okay, so we sold. Okay, I remember I missed the sell from here. One of my friends caught it, and I was like, damn, how the hell did he even see that? But after he showed me, I was like, that was a clean catch. Okay, so in and around this area, okay, in and around this area, start looking at this specific point of interest. Okay, boom, you can see I've got my little tiny, tiny thing in here. Okay, 20 pip stop. So caught that on, what day was it? I think it was this Friday. Yeah, Friday. Okay, caught that from there, was expecting to go down. It's done about 100 pips. Okay, it's done about 100 pips, but I'm wondering if that's the true move to actually take it down, because I still so desperately want it to come into this area. But again, you just have to follow market structure. You just have to be happy with what you get. Okay, so as much as I wanted to head into there, you just have to follow market structure. Market structure right now is telling us it wants to go down. So just sell, wait to see what happens. So I won't actually, well, my stop is in profit now around this area, but I won't be surprised if I start seeing this rising again, because Euro USD, kind of same kind of thing. Okay, where's Euro USD? Same kind of thing where it's kind of started going down. But again, I won't be surprised if we do finally start heading into here. Okay, if we finally, because again, as below, so above. It's done what it needs to do below. So what's above? Okay, so we've got some mitigations, got some tests that could potentially happen. And again, if the DXY heads down, breaks this liquidity area and heads into here, if that's going down, that means your USD is going to go up, gold's going to go up, GU is going to go up. Okay, and then if this heads right the way down, then yeah, you already know what that means. So I'm just ready for everything. I'm just ready for everything. Again, like my best advice to you is always look at both sides of the market. Look for the buyers and the sell side. If your buyers don't work, that means there'll be a selling scenario somewhere. If your sells don't work, that means there'll be a buying scenario somewhere. So you're looking at both sides of the market, ready for both scenarios. That's what I'm always saying. I always look at the market ready for both scenarios, thinking if it does come into here, that's going to happen. If it goes lower, then I know what's going to happen with GU, Euro, USD, gold, all those things. Okay, so yeah, there's a session for you. This is what I'm basically looking at for this week. I mean, there's other things like Euro NZD, Euro AD, but yeah, we're getting very close to that point of interest now. But yeah, those are the main things I'm looking at for this week. Obviously, US 30, we trade that sometimes. Okay, so there you have it. So until next time, take care.